Hello and welcome back to Rev Modes Plays Elite Dangerous. Here we are hanging in space in the Linsys Sector HR-WC1-8 system, which is where we left off on the last video. We were, if I remember rightly, we were part way through, exploring this system, because I think it was 30 odd unexplored came up. So that's what we'll do. We'll go back to scanning the unexplored parts of this system and get it all done. So I have upped the sounds a bit since last time. Hopefully they're not too loud. Oop, going a bit fast there. Don't want to do a full speed fly past on the first object we try to scan. May as well ease slowly into it. Fire up the scanner. I know we shouldn't need anything. It's an advanced scanner. We should have scanned everything in the system, but it's always nice to make sure. I know it's not for everybody, you know, each their own. A lot of people like shooting things and blowing things up, but for me, this is where this game excels. When you're getting views like that, this is what makes this game really stand out from everything else. I'm talking of that, the view that I enjoyed there, and how different people want different things from games. Brings me a thing that I've been seeing in the forums now. I just don't understand. I know that, you know, everybody's entitled to their opinion, and yes, games are expensive these days. You can't be afford to be going out and buying, you know, not everybody can afford to keep going out and buying different games. But how come it seems to have become the norm now, that instead of, if you have a game and you don't like it, you just say, yep, that's not for me, you move on to the next thing. Why is it now it seems to be the norm that you buy a game, you get into it, you don't like it, you then go onto the forums and try to get the game changed to how you like it, rather than just admitting, you know, it's not for you and just move on. Especially you know, in a multiplayer game like this where people are playing it in numerous different ways and people are getting enjoyment out of this game in numerous different ways. I don't understand the mentality of people that come on that say that, you know, this needs changing so that I enjoy it, if it's going to affect, you know, if that your enjoyment of the game is then going to affect the enjoyment of somebody else playing the game. But it seems to be becoming more and more prevalent in this day and age that the default thing to do is, if you don't like a game, is get onto the forums and scream and shout until and try and get the game changed to how you want it to be. And like I say, yes, I fully support that everybody is entitled to their opinion. And I will fight to my dying breath to make sure that everybody is entitled to their opinion and can state their opinions. But it just seems strange to me that it used to be, if you didn't like a game, you didn't play it anymore and you moved on to something that you did enjoy. And don't get me wrong, the Elite Dangerous forums are nowhere near the cesspools of scum and villainy of some of the forums of some of the games that I've played, that I've been in. Just looking at the forums now, the thread on there, dear FD, please reconsider having fuel for SRVs. And my take on that, I have to admit, I think it's a strange choice to not, to have unlimited fuel for the SRVs when the ships that bring them, that carry them around, have a limited fuel supply. It seems strange to then the ground exploration vehicles to not have, or to have an unlimited fuel supply when the ship that's brought them to the planet that they're driving around on can run out of fuel. I suppose you could argue it's different technologies, one for the spaceships and one for the ground vehicles. Maybe there's been better advances in power supply for the ground vehicles, and they've got an unlimited power source that's not available for the ships. But it does seem, well, to me it seems a bit of a strange choice to go for. Although I suppose what they don't want is lots of people stranded all over planets in SRVs that have run out of fuel. But seeing as one of the other things that I've read, I don't know how true it was that when you do go out exploring your SRV, your ship's going to go up and sit in orbit around the planet, and then you're going to be able to call it down to your location when you're ready to pick up and take off somewhere else. It doesn't seem to be much of a problem having fuel on the vehicles then. Well, like I say, until we actually see what comes out in Horizons with the ground exploration, then we're all just guessing and trying to take bits of information from what people say in the podcasts and the article posts on the website. And it's oh so easy for people's words to be taken out of context or misunderstood, especially when people are trying to wring every last bit of information out of what's been said when they're waiting for something, especially in the video game industry. I think I read somewhere that they reckon the beta for the Horizon should be coming out soon, so hopefully some more information will start filtering back from that. Can't be done. There was a lot more than that. I think there we go. I didn't think we could have. Didn't think we'd got them all yet. obviously a bit too close to all these little planets to be going at full throttle. Don't seem to be through them now. But it's nice to hear them still keep dropping little hints and tidbits about alien life forms out there. Still waiting for that day when somebody out exploring in the deep dark comes back with that bit of information that they've run into something that's less than friendly towards them. I suppose that might be what all those restricted areas out there might be about. So I think that'd be a nice thing with the planetary landings, if you can go off exploring and you found existence of alien activity on some of the planets, just to start dropping little hints and tidbits into the information stream. If they are, if the Thargoids are out there, I wonder how they're going to do it. Personally, my preferred option would be, like I say, a few contacts, like advanced parties, slowly moving back into human-occupied space. Some of the deep space explorers suddenly get in contact with the Thargoids' advanced scouts, and then slowly being followed up by the main force. What I wouldn't want is them suddenly just to be everywhere in huge numbers. I'm scanning this, but I don't think we're going to slow down in time. Oh, there we go. Just weren't slowing down there. Yeah, but reading the forums, I found out one thing that I've been banging on about that I couldn't understand. Why on earth you drop out a frameshift drive so close to the stars in the system? And I found out the reason for that is that apparently they use the mass of the large stars is what actually drags you out of frameshift drive. That's what they use as a means to disengage the frameshift drive. So that's why you jump into a system so close to the main star in the system. Which I suppose makes sense. Right, looks like this one done. Yep, looks like we've got everything in this system. What's that? Onto the stars, yep. So one last scan, make sure we haven't missed anything. Right, so into the galaxy map. Let's have a look where we want to go next. That one will do. Another Lindsys sector, so doesn't look promising for anywhere to dock at again.
Frameshift drive charging.
Let's get on his way. Yep, no stations again. But few things, few unexplored to scan. I'm surprised actually yellow orange stars normally
Fuel skipping. Fuel scope disengaged.
another star in the system again. It's a long way out again. I'll try and get this system scanned before we have to call it a day. We'll try jumping on the next one. Yeah, I have to admit, I'm not a big fan of the system maps in this one as it is at the minute. I prefer more like a 3D representation, especially when you have a 3D representation of the galaxy map. Why you don't then get a 3D representation in the system map? So that would be nice. I'd more understand and make it or to me, I would understand how the system's laid out better with a three-dimensional map. And I'm sure I have seen them, or I've seen screenshots of people with them. I think they've got Orreries, is it? The three-dimensional system maps. So I don't know whether that's a mod, an add-on mod that you can have, or whether that's work in progress that's actually going to be coming into the game at an update at some point. I don't know. I hope it is coming into the game, because like I say, I think it'd look a lot better than the system maps they've got at the minute. Or maybe I'm just missing a button somewhere to display system maps like that. Obviously I'll have to check back on the video, but just listening to it there, I think I need to just come up a bit more on the ambient sounds, like the sounds of the engines and stuff. I think the ship's voice is at the right level. Don't need that too loud, but I think we need to bring up just bring up the sound effects and the ambient noise just a bit more. Like I say, I'll just check it back on the video, see where we stand. Should have enough time to get this system all scanned up. Don't know whether I'll bother jumping into the next one or whether I'll just end it in this system. Looking at the time, probably going to get the system scanned up and we'll end it in this system and start off with a fresh system, or jump into a fresh system for the next video at the start of the next video. Right, so that's everything done in this system here. So yeah, I think I will call it a day there for this video. So thank you for joining me on my exploration of the Elite Dangerous universe, and I hope you'll join me next time when Rev Modes plays Elite Dangerous.